course, now he doesn't want to. So yeah, the floor is yours.
Okay. Hi everyone. I'm going to talk about the Settlers Online feature development, maybe to give you a little bit of an inspiration of how a workflow could look, or some idea how you could do it. And most of you probably know me already from the Meetup, but those who don't, I'm Linda. I've been with the Settlers Online project at Blue Byte for about a year now, and I've been really enjoying it so far, so I want to share a little knowledge. For those that haven't seen the Settlers Online yet, this is how it looks like. Basically, you have a map where you can build all kinds of stuff, and then you have hopefully a very flourishing economy soon. So that's the main goal. And a little bit about our team. On top, we have the director for free-to-play games, which watches over all the free-to-play games at Blue Byte. And then for TSO, we have a project manager and a live game manager. The live game manager basically has the general vision of the game, takes care of the roadmap and the monetization and all that kind of stuff. And the project manager does the feature development, the task planning. But of course, those aren't strict lines. Sometimes I take over responsibilities from the live game manager and the other way around. And well, the team structure, I think most of you know what they are. We have a lead programmer, lead designer, lead artist, and lead tester, and then the different departments underneath. So we work very closely with the lead designer. If I am looking for someone who can do a front-end task, I go to the lead programmer, and he knows exactly the guy who can do it. So there's always communication happening. And a little bit about our production phases. We have 7 of them. And of course, more than one feature can be in development at the same time. And the process is strictly applied to every feature. So every feature has to go through all the 7 phases before it goes live. And the first one is the conception phase. Here the design idea happens. And in this case, we want a new level for gold and iron mines. So the designer thinks about a nice design, defines the goals, maybe there's a prototype depending on the feature, and then hopefully the design is approved. Here we want a settlers look for the mine. It should be refillable and also tradable with friends, for example. The next phase would be the planning phase, which is my favorite phase, because here the main part for the project management happens. We make the final plan, calculate the manpower, and then divide the different working steps. So I will go to the different people working on the feature and break down the different tasks. Here we have the epic iron mine example. So we need a building graphic, we need a shop icon, implementation and functionality, everything has to be done. I will then go to the different people and ask them how much time they need. That is the favorite question of everyone. But by now they're pretty good at estimating the time, so that's very nice. I will also give the task priority and check what needs to be done first. And then we will look where in the deployment plan this feature can happen. Then the production, the most exciting one, because here the assets are created, the functionality and everything is implemented, the balancing, which Bob loves probably. Yeah. He's our game designer, so this is his job. And then, of course, if there are bugs, there will be bug reports already. And quality assurance is always by our side, always checking. And then they hopefully give the final go for the public test. We have a a graphical workflow I put in as well. So we go first from sketches to a 3D model, and then everything is nicely polished and painted. As a little example, how a workflow could look like. And then we have this pre-staging server. So if the feature is ready for the test server, players can simply exit it on tsotesting.com. Everyone can go there and check the feature out. This gives us valuable feedback, and we also see, okay, how is the server workload? Is everything working as expected? And if the players don't like something, we can still change it very early on. And of course, if there are bugs, bug fixing is happening basically all the time. Here's an example of a little bug. The epic iron mine looks fine, but there's something wrong with the gold mine. The animation, the settler is walking over the building. We don't want that, so depending if a player sees this, then it goes into the forum most likely, or they contact support, and then community management creates a bug ticket. Or if QA already sees this, then they create the bug ticket, and we will assign it to the person accordingly who can fix it, and then get everything fixed, hopefully. So this feature can go on staging. Here the last QA tests are done, and also localization tests, checking if everything is going according to plan. And if QA is happy, then we get the final go, which means the whole thing can go live. And of course, customer support is always by our side, so if anything happens, they contact us, and then QA checks if they can reproduce the bug, and then the whole cycle starts again, and we check that we can fix it as soon as possible. If there is an update, we announce it on the forum and on Facebook, give a rough date and what is happening. Also always publish a changelog, what the new version contains. And then hopefully everyone is happy and the feature is live. So that's a very brief overview. I hope you got some inspiration. If you have questions, feel free to approach me during the mingle time, or anytime I'm at the meetup. You can also contact me on social media. And of course, if you have any questions about Blue Byte, feel free to approach me as well. I've been there for about a year now, and I'm really loving it so far. Like, the TSO project was the perfect fit for me. The people, the team have been amazing. And yeah, especially in general, the people at Blue Byte. Like, so many creative people. It has been a blast so far. I'm still getting to know them. I'm trying to get to know as many as possible. But we will see how far I will get by the next month. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to approach me anytime. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Okay, so yeah. Whatever you want.
Okay, let's start. Yeah, today I show you an engine where you can make your own kind of shooter game, like in the old 90s, not really 3D, like these fake 3D shooters, in a very fast way. So to keep it, or to break it down, it's just exchanging graphics. There's already a kind of engine ready built up for you. And yeah, it's kind of limited, but you can still make some interesting stuff. So I just quickly jump in. Here I draw my map from the top. Can add doors, player, ammo. Yeah, you can exchange all the stuff with your own images. You can put some enemies and set up the enemies. Sorry, funky. Can check if they can shoot or not, speed and stuff. For example, they're very fast. And the thing is, what is really stupid with this engine, I think it's made by one guy or two guys, that you have everything, all properties up below, and they are kind of messed up, and you have to really find your way through to get used to it. And so now I just save the world and quickly show you how it looks in-game. Yeah, so it's very limited, but I think it's interesting for maybe some gems, maybe for the Star Trek gem you mentioned earlier. And oh, something does not work right now. No, I didn't set up full screen. Yeah, but yeah, you can exchange all also this menu stuff, and then you have your shooter game. You can also exchange the sounds, of course. And oh, I think I forgot to put a weapon. Here are some spiders. So I'm going to die. Yeah, this looks kind of very crappy. You can make crappy games with this, but you can also make beautiful stuff with it. I want to show you one example. So I think sometimes limitation also pushes your creativity to make something beautiful. I don't know. For example, this is more like a little RPG game. Yeah,
that
and
needs one of those new NVIDIA cards to run, right?
now I don't have again. I have a sword, so you can also use other fighting methods, and I'm getting attacked. Yeah, I think you can just export to Windows because the game even doesn't say what kind of export option it has. It's just make an exe file, and you have like 3 files in the end. Yeah, and you don't have splash screens or anything. You can adjust everything, and if you maybe find the right niche, you maybe are able to sell it. Yeah, and I think that's it. I mean, I can even show some more stuff, but I think for a basic overview.
Yeah, please. Do you have 5 minutes? Do you want to?
Oh, I'm still 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, if you want to finish it here, then we can. Whatever you prefer.
Yeah.
Is question.
Yes.
Is the game basically set, or are you able to inject some basic logic yourself in there?
Yeah, the game is basically set up, and you just exchange the graphics, but you can exchange some values. For example, the behaviors of the enemies, the speed, as I showed you. You can't add scripting, so it's very limited. Yeah.
Or maybe an artist who wants to have something.
Yes. Yes. And it's not really 3D. It's just sprites shown in a 3D space.
What about the weapons?
Yeah. Weapons. You have like 5 weapons you can put in the game, or like here even like 5 enemies. Treasures are points, I guess. And yeah, you're limited on that, but yeah, you have shooting, and I think this, I don't know the English word for it, so near fight? Close combat, yes. Melee combat.
You said it's only sprites, but on the top it says raycasting, so I'm wondering, is it like a real raycaster that like Doom did?
I think so, but I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
Yes?
A question, can you add some text
Yes, you could. In the game menu, you could add like an introduction, but you can also add your text like sprites in the game. Just make the text as object, and you can also add some kind of cutscenes, but I don't know how this works.
Wait, what? I missed the name of the engine again. And
Raycasting Game Maker.
and is it free?
Yeah, it's free, completely free. It's not open source because the source is not open, but yeah.
Makes sense.
But and it has nothing to do with the Yo-Yo Game Maker. That's a different thing.
Okay.
Yes?
I've got one more question. How were events? Like, for example, in the demo we saw, the guy opened the door and then there was the next level. How does the game know there is the end of this level, you have to achieve this? How can I set goals or events?
Yeah, for a goal, you have, the game has two kinds of doors. One, a normal door where you need a key, and then a level exit door.
So I can't say kill all enemies and then the next level?
No. Any more questions?
Any more questions for Tim? All right, then. If anyone has any more questions, you can always approach Tim later on. For the meantime, thank you much for sharing them. Next up, Max, you are up.
During the last year, about over a year already, me and Michael created a little game. The idea was to create something like maybe a luminous puzzle game, which uses a lot of music, a lot of art assets, and background videos, just for you to relax. I focused when I had the idea. I focused on the aspect not to make it too greedy. I mean, if you all know Candy Crush and all these games, you can play like 2 times and then you have to spend some money. Put a lot of time in there as well, and then you basically just, at least for me, I didn't have the real Tetris experience I had when I played on the Game Boy or on PS Vita. So today I'd like to show you the game. I mean, sadly this doesn't work, but I mean, to be honest, it's not that big. So I'm going to show it on this tablet here. Hopefully you can see it. The game is it's not that difficult to see. Usually, best as I show you. You can, as you can see here, you can just select some scenes. I got 13 themes in the game, which has different blocks and a different style overall. So let's start. The game is designed to rotate stones. So you got these two types of stones here, and if you tap in the center of 4 stones, you get to rotate them. And when you rotate them, you get a new pattern. So let's try this here. You can merge it, and the goal is to create a pattern of 2 by 2 blocks or bigger, always square, and delete them. Now there's a little swipe line. Maybe you can see it here. If you want, you can play it later. I got my phone here and I got this here, so you can just take a look for yourself. I'm sorry, this doesn't work. Maybe I should have brought my laptop. Anyways, this is for mobile. I got the version on the App Store already. So if you like, I could add you to the testing, and maybe you could help me out by sending me some bug reports. There's still some in here. I'm sadly, no, the game is over because you have to be quick. The time runs out, and you need to destroy more blocks and play longer. I got 3 difficult settings here. It's not very difficult, to be honest, because it's designed to just enjoy the game while you're on the train or something, for example. So maybe I want to show you a different theme right now. It's a little bit more difficult to see, especially because it's so small, but it's an overall very vibrant color style. I got a lot of colors in there. I got a lot of background animations, a lot of effects in here. We spent a lot of time in this. Michael did a lot of the assets I use in the background. So I'm playing a video.
It was quite a challenge to get them good inside of Unity.
Yeah.
Use it to be the edge.
Yeah, we yeah.
What's it called?
It's Unity 3D.
Unity 3D, and then deploy
to Android. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe Windows will follow later, but I don't even have a device, so I don't care. To be honest, nobody cares. Yeah. Oh really? I see. I didn't even know this. Yeah, probably nobody will notice. I just go quietly. Anyways, you're ranked. Each game is ranked worldwide against other players anonymously, so you don't have to set up any account. You don't have to connect it to anything. I wanted to do this because when you have to to link your account and everything, you maybe get annoyed. You're going to skip that, and then the high scores don't work anyway. So basically, if you don't have an internet connection, it will save the score locally, and if you connect, then it will try to fetch worldwide player informations anonymously. You will see your rank, and you will see the top 3. So if you want to become one of the best, you see you're going up, you're going down, and you see the top 3. So that's basically the game. Did I forget something? Yeah, I have 2 game modes. I got the normal voyage mode, where you can play continuously until you run out of lifeline. There is little. I didn't mention that before. I'm sorry. There is a lifeline that drops, and when you delete stones and have a combo or something, then the lifeline goes up. So basically, you're fighting against the time. And then I got the challenge mode, which has a 60-second, 120-second, and 30-second challenge, which lets you basically play for 60 seconds and then stops, and you can also see how good you're doing. Currently, I have 13 different themes in there, which is about 1.5 hours of unique content. And that's basically what we've been working on. You want to add something?
Maybe as an idea, we will just try to open it for prize nomination. I don't know how to say it. So just like we try to get to a contest.
Oh yeah, basically I think what was says. Yeah, the monetization will be as Unity suggested with the in-game ads, but not in the usual way. You play a little and then you see an ad and then you're getting annoyed. I'm monetizing some of the themes. So if you want to play additional content, you can opt in to watch an ad, so get it for free, or if you like the game, you can buy it in the in-game shop. Currently, I'm not sure where to price it, but I'm thinking about maybe $2.99, $3.99, $4.99, something like this. And hopefully this will work. So I'm trying to push everyone to use the ads. Let's see how it works. Yeah, see some questions here. Yeah, you go first.
Music in the game?
Yeah, there's music in the game. I didn't want to have it so loud here, because I'm speaking. Excuse me?
Who's the composer?
Oh, the computer. There is no special composer. I got a couple of stock footage, stock sounds. I don't know how to say it. You can go to different websites and see if you can buy some music. They're actually pretty cheap. Most of them they're for about like $50 for worldwide use, or for about maybe like I don't have the concrete numbers now, but you can get it for very cheap now. And I was spending a lot of time there finding the good music, because usually it's just like these corporate music videos with these, the things you see in commercials usually, and they are all the same. And then you have to find out the good things in there. So it's not that easy. You get it? Yeah.
More questions. What's the programming language you use?
C#.
C#.
and you're deploying to Android and iOS?
Yeah. I don't know how good you know Unity, but in Unity you develop with basically C# and CG for shaders. HLS. They got their own JavaScript-ish language. It's called Unity Script. It's just like JavaScript, but a little bit different. Yeah, and it's not really much easier. So I'm using C# because you get more performance out of it. And custom shaders, I'm using like a mixture of these Unity surface shaders, so-called surface shaders, which basically just take your code, you write a line, okay, I want my normal map, and texture input is basically just like a written node-based shader, and then it compiles it for all the platforms. And for some themes, I just needed something more precise, so I had to write my own shaders there with the normal vertex and fragment shader program. So that's basically it. Yeah.
And what's your experience performance-wise vis-a-vis native development for Android and iOS? And what's the speed of development? The speed of development is so significantly higher that it justifies investing your time and your energy into Unity?
I started off with only Android development, and I haven't tested it for 1 year. And then I ported it to a Mac. A friend of mine built it, and it worked. And that's it. So I didn't even try it out once. I just built it, and it worked. So this is awesome, because you can just get it for an Android test on Android, put it on iOS, and usually it works. I had some trouble later, because usually iOS devices have much less memory. So I had a big memory leak that I didn't notice on Android, because it just had enough RAM. And on iOS, I could see the profiler using memory, then bam, the app just shut down. So that's dangerous. I know. And you should if you want to if you have a target to go to iOS, you should try it. But I think it can work out fine if you just take some time to fix the version for iOS, or maybe if you start on iOS, then you fix the version for Android, and I think you get the overall almost equal performance out of these devices. Problem with iOS is that you cannot specifically target devices that you don't want to build to or you don't want to support. So you have to do a lot of tricks. That's kind of annoying, but yeah. You have something to add?
I think the game looks good. We tried our best to get all these graphics inside of Unity, that they are basically looking like a marmoset and so on. By creating the models, we noticed that we need some kind of conversions, and we tried our best.
Yeah, the PBS-based shading is pretty. Yeah, PBS or PBR. The physically based stuff kind of looks different if you export it from marmoset. But with the new update, I think Unity tries to improve on that to make it look just as exactly as it is. And we had some trouble getting it to work, because the lighting is different and all this stuff. We're using these PBS on mobile, which is completely new. So I mean, it even works on like 4-year, 5-year-old devices, and I think this proves the point that Unity can be just as good as any other mobile development platform. Okay, I think that's it.
Yeah.
How was the time?
Yeah, I'm just finished. So if
Nice.
anyone has any other questions, just feel free to approach them later on.
Oh yeah, one more thing.
Yeah.
If you want to get a version, you can maybe add me on Facebook, and I'll give you the link. So you just get an alpha version of the game, and you can try it out yourself.
You can find him on the post where the
Yeah.
event is. He's commented there, so you can just feel free to find him over there, right?
And it would be very nice if you could report some bugs or something if you find anything. Awesome. Thanks.
Thanks for that.